Hello and welcome back to the ever so grumpy Chelsea Football FanCast. That's a special message to my friends on Mixlr. Anyway, this part of the show...
Friend.
Friend, you're right, Pablo. I am Stanford Chidge, and now it is time for what we like to call the fannies, which are generally our Man of the Match Award, our Chance of the Match Award, our Guinness and our Celery Moments for the week. And it's a little bit of fun, apart from when there's very little to choose from because we've played rather badly. But actually, because I'm a cheat, Darren, as you well know, I am actually going to include the Schalke match, of course.
Breaking your own rules?
Of course I am, because they're my rules.
For the second time in a row.
I know, but they're my rules. They're my rules, and I can do what I like. Anyway, my nominations, you'll be amazed. I've got a slight tinge of West Bromwichness in some of my selections, actually. And in a way, actually, the selections are saying, well, it's kind of accumulative as well. My first one is Eto'o. I think Eto'o definitely deserves a shout for Man of the Match for Schalke, and I thought he didn't play too badly against West Brom, and let's face it, he did score.
He was our best player against
West
Brom.
So there we go.
Our least bad
player. Yeah, I'd accept that. I think Mikel deserves a shout for his performance against Schalke. Every time I see Mikel play, I wonder why he doesn't get a start.
And then he'll be playing for 2 months and everyone will be moaning again.
Well, I think somebody, I can't remember who said this, but somebody actually who really does know their football, I think it was actually a footballer, you know, or I mean, not like one of us hairy lot on Twitter, but you know, a pundit or a footballer. I don't know. They said if you don't like Mikel, you don't understand football, and I actually thought that was quite a bitchy comment, but I thought it was spot on, really.
People said about Makelele before as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they just don't understand football. If you don't get what Mikel brings to the side, then you don't understand
Mikel
football.
does make mistakes. I mean, he's a good player,
Everybody
but he makes mistakes. Makelele didn't really used to make many mistakes.
No, well, Maka was like that. Nobody will ever be as good as the guy who actually the Makelele role was termed after. So
the trouble is, they expect Mikel to score goals, but he's going to score like one every 5 years.
It's all right for me.
Yeah, as long as he does those
Just think how
balls.
excited we get when he does.
Like with Makelele.
What does that say about the manager that doesn't seem to like him and doesn't seem to be picking him then?
Well, you know.
He's nominated for African Player of the Year.
There is a lovely caveat on all of that, which is, you know, what do we know? We're not Jose Mourinho, so I would always say that. Now, my final nomination for Man of the Match this week would go to Willian, because he's wonderful. I mean, the thing I like about Willian, he's got a lot of commitment. That's what I like about Willian. But, I mean, again, a great performance against Schalke, I thought. Lovely assist for the goal.
Criminal header over the bar against West Brom.
Criminal header against the bar against West Brom. Yeah, but you know, we all make mistakes. But like I said, I think his general commitment, and I thought actually against West Brom he was fairly decent. So, you know, for me, it would be between Eto'o and Willian, Pablo.
And that's fair, but I'm going to go for Eto'o.
You're going to go for Eto'o? It's a shame that we didn't have the Schalke match on Saturday and the West Brom match on Wednesday last week, because then we could have called the show Eto'o. You know, E-T-W-O-O.
Very good.
Or Schalke 06.
Very good.
I thought that was a good one too, but never mind. We didn't, so I just pretend I never said that. So Eto'o for you. Eto'o Brute?
Eto'o, yeah. I quite like him, and he's done well considering I think we really missed Torres. And I think
he has.
and
4 and 4, mate.
He's slightly sort of proper Chelsea in the fact that he hangs around goalkeepers and just gets a goal. I mean, it's
the artful dodger, isn't he?
He's a poacher. He's a poacher, so
pockets,
I like him.
Yeah, he is.
So he's my man of the match.
Let's
for
hope he's
Schalke.
not poacher turned gamekeeper. Silence.
Tumbleweed.
It's all right. Mixlr is actually working. It's just that I just told a joke. Anyway, so Eto'o, that's 3 Eto'os.
Yeah.
4 Eto'os.
Well, I've always said he's got good enthusiasm. He always wants to win. He's got a good passion, and it always shines through. You can always tell that he does.
Yep.
So, yeah, Eto'o.
Eto'o's good. I think that's unanimous for me. What about you lot on the benches? Are you all nodding?
Yeah, Eto'o. Yeah.
Are you nodding? Or are you just nodding off? You nodding off or nodding?
Eto'o.
Eto'o. You got a cold? What are they? They're missing. They're unsupervised this week. I thought you'd all be wild and mad and just being misbehaving with no chatter to keep you under order, but
It's the microphone they've been given has done it. I think
it's just because the microphones. We've got you on a short leash, haven't we?
No, we've got a longer leash now.
A longer. Oh, have you? You've got a longer leash.
Yeah.
Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. That's
Okay.
lovely. Thank you, Teresa. A blue mic for Blue Baby. I love it. Right, okay. Moving on to the chant of the match. This is going to be quite funny, actually, because I have to mention, of course, you know, because these are the rules, Pablo. I've got to mention one that I was involved in.
Yeah, okay.
And there was actually a really, really good come on Chelsea yesterday. I keep saying yesterday. It was Saturday, wasn't it, Darren?
You've done it since
Every
the very
time.
first show
I even
on
got,
TV.
I even got Greg's out tonight.
You even got Al saying it, you mean?
It's all right, G. I'm getting used to it. I quite like it.
What have you put in my tea? That's what I want to know. What is in my tea that shouldn't be in my tea? It's not Glastonbury, for goodness sake. It's tea cold for that. Anyway.
Just quickly, Chad is saying for the benches to look at the camera, so...
Yeah, look at the camera, benches. Do your job, for goodness sake. Yes, that's better. There we go. Very nice. Now, where were we? What the hell was I talking about? Oh, right. Come on, Chelsea. Right, yeah. Well, basically, me and Benches started that. Me and Paul Smith started that. And it got going right from the back of gate 17. Vroom. I love it when that happens.
And that was for Schalke, yeah?
No, this was
Oh, it's West Brom.
Yeah. But the other two are definitely for Schalke. And I think, you know, even though it's kind of against the rules to nominate away fans for anything, you've got to say that Schalke's repertoire of David Hasselhoff reworkings was just all 80. So what was going on? I mean, it was completely bonkers. I mean, they are bonkers.
And they're all wearing double denim as well.
Were they wearing double denim? I know that I think it was Ken Barkway on Twitter was saying that he set up a point scoring thing for Schalke fans. You got like 1 point if you saw a mullet, 3 points if you saw a denim jacket. You got 5 if it was double denim, and you got a full house, like 10 points if they had badges on them as well. And I mean, they were quite bonkers. But
well, I was sat in the living room about 2 hours before kick-off, and you could hear them getting escorted down the road for about 25 minutes or so.
Really?
Yeah, it's really loud.
You know, as I said, look, there's a lot of debate about it today, hasn't there, about atmosphere and stuff on Twitter. And the fact of the matter is that we do need, I think, to look towards Germany because, you know, they've got cheaper ticket prices for their fans, so they get real fans going. They've got safe standing, and they have, you know, they get these stadiums now with loads of fans who sing like anything. I have to say, you have to. You know, there is a little bit of a coda on that, and that is, of course, being German, they're a little bit more organised.
Did you also see what Shirley said the other day about the City game?
They won't have the same sense of humour either.
No, they don't have no sense of humour. I don't know, actually. I have to say, actually, the German fans, in my experience, I mean, I wasn't there, sadly, on Wednesday, but they do tend to sing at us in English, which I think is always very, very good.
So I like that.
Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for them. Pablo, sorry.
No, Andre Schürrle was saying after the City game that...
Andre Schalke or Andre Schürrle?
that he was surprised by the intensity of the English atmosphere rather than the German.
Really?
Yeah, said it was in Germany you only get like one section singing, whereas in England there's all around the
no
stadium.
No sections singing. Anyway, they deserve a shout. I really do generally believe that. But my favourite of this week, and I am going to go for this, is that there was some Burke in Gate 17 on Saturday. I think we should actually zoom in on the offending Burke, because it is Buncey on the benches, yet again. Buncey started the chant. Can you give a loud rendition of it, mate?
Do you know how it originated?
You've got to sing the Moonlight Shadow bit.
Yeah, well, we heard Schalke sing it.
So how did it go?
Wednesday. And I turned back to Tom.
Scoring again like Samuel Eto'o.
Eto'o.
You absolutely wimped out of that just so you can embarrass me, didn't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Should we do it together now?
Right, okay.
Whoa! Scoring again like Samuel Eto'o.
Eto'o.
Which, you know, I actually thought that the charm that the Schalke lot were doing, I remember saying on Twitter, I can't believe it. Having done David Hasselhoff, they are now doing Moonlight Shadow. What is going on? And then I see on Saturday, this Burke stands up in Gate 17, tries to get it going. Amazingly enough, nobody joined in. But I think for effort, and I think we should give Buncey a round of applause actually, because he did try. He did try and start it, and that is my nomination for chant of the week.
I think the credit should go to the guy who sits next to me, Tom.
Really?
Yeah, he started it, and I just copied.
Fair enough.
I won't take all the credit for that.
All right. Well, I'm going to nominate that. What do you reckon, Darren? Do you like that?
On the account of that, it isn't Sloop John B, yes.
Anything that's not Sloop John B is good. So that's 2 votes. 2 votes for Buncey's song.
Yep, 10 points for effort.
From a professional musician. Mind you, he was a punk
Sometimes.
musician, so he's a little bit more kind of accommodating.
2 chords, that's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, unanimous, Buncey. You get it, son. Right, now, I think we have a video. Do we have a video, Greg? We do. Now, this is quite special, actually, because this is what they call a rights-free video, and it's filmed by Gazprom at the away leg of the Schalke match. But take it away, Greg.
Ramses hat letztens gesagt, er will die
There we go. That's a really nice little video, that wasn't it? I mean, a lovely bit of shameless marketing for Gazprom. But as I said,
Greenpeace didn't put their protest banner up in the game between us and Schalke? They did it in the Schalke.
I have no
Basel
idea.
game.
Because we've got better security, I don't know. I mean, it's nice to have that, though. I mean, I know it's a bit of a shameless plug for Gazprom, but, you know, if somebody emails me and says, here's a rights-free video, which means we can... I mean, that was the first time we've ever shown proper football.
It was a good video, shameless Gaz. I was impressed during it, then I thought it was Gazprom, but yeah, it was a very good video.
What have you got against Gaza?
I just don't like. There's too much corporate sponsorship now. To have an energy partner and a timepiece keeper and Frank Lampard being the official Road 3 person of this year.
Right, time for Guinness moment. Talking about shameless sponsorship. About time they paid us for mentioning their brand every time we do this show. But if you don't know already, a Guinness moment is a moment of sublime skill, flair, something that makes you go, ooh, when you watch a match. Now, there are a few nominations here. Eto'o for his top goal, proper goal, I thought. Great touch, great assist by William for the Schalke game. The other thing I think that deserves a shout-out is the assist by Sir Frank of Lampard in the same game, where he kind of lobbed it over, and then Bar shinned it in, which actually made me roar with laughter. I thought Oscar's free kick in the West Brom game was excellent, and on another day it might have gone in, and I like that. And I thought, I don't think this, but Ben Horner tweeted this. He says, Hazard's pass, nailed on Guinness moment for the West Brom match. I don't actually know what he's talking about, but I thought I'd mention it. And I thought Hazard's pen, to be fair. I thought Hazard deserves a shout for Guinness for his pen, because it was nonchalance itself. It was the most nonchalant thing I've seen since the last time I saw something nonchalant. I thought it was great. So there you go, that's my selection.
I think probably Eto'o's second in...
Great goal.
Yeah,
proper,
it was.
Wasn't it a proper goal?
Proper burst from William.
First
and then,
touch, bosh. I love that.
Exactly what we wanted him to do, really, isn't it?
I'm going to copy you again. I think the ball from William was
beautiful,
and he just passed it in the net, which I really liked.
But just that first touch, mate, that was just class.
Really nice build-up.
I wanted to go for that until you read out the last one, and I think the fact is it was very obviously important. The goal against West Brom.
You can vote for the Hazard pen.
I'm going to vote for the Hazard pen. I'll just give my reasons that it was a more important goal. And the nerves, when you've got all the West Brom players up in arms as well, it does create a lot of, it can create nerves for the penalty taker. He's got it all to do And he took it very well. If Mayo had gone the right way, he might have looked a bit stupid, Hazard. I don't think he did it very hard, but Hazard's penalty just for the...
All right, I think Eto'o's going to get it, and I'm just going to go with that because we've got to move on because we've got so many Celery moments. It's not true, and we're running out of time, so I'm going to be very, very quick. But Darren and Paul actually will love the first nomination, and this was again for the Schalke game. But the new European flag. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Brilliant.
Look at that!
Wow.
What about that? And there, we got 2 for the price of 1. Been stealing photographs all over the place.
You can
this
probably
week.
see me in the corner, in the
well,
right-hand
you could have
corner,
seen me.
desperately
I was just
running
down.
around holding onto it.
In fact, actually, people on TV, they're there. Darren and that is Pablo. There you go. You can't really see him, but it is Pablo. What a lovely flag, mate! And there are more to come, aren't there?
We can't say anything.
But we can't say anything about that. There aren't really. I didn't really say that. Sorry, Mr. X.
Everyone should be paying attention at the...
Yeah, they can't hear it on Mixer anyway, so whatever. But no, that is absolutely brilliant, and I love that. Seriously deserves a Celery moment nomination because that is proper Chelsea. The ref stopping the play because a boot came off. Mourinho...
When was that?
Against Schalke, and Mourinho, Norwegian referee, I rest my case. Mourinho went potty. Eto'o mugging the keeper again. The nice bit about the 2 nice things about this. One is the TV missed it. They panned up to the action. They missed the goal. All right. The other thing that was great about it was the fact that Kelvin Barker tweeted that very proper Chelsea-like because Torres has done it, Vialli's done it, Furlong's done it. We have a long history of mugging goalkeepers. I like that. And somebody said it was crab-like, like Ray Wilkins, and it was actually the way he kind of scuttled along.
Yeah, definitely.
Crab. So I'm actually quite like that. The Chelsea pensioners. I think we've got a photograph of this as well. I think this is the definition of a Celery moment for me, not in a moment of comedy, but I don't think there's any club in the world like Chelsea that will, basically, note Remembrance Week, call it what you will, Remembrance Day, and of course we've got our very own Chelsea pensioners, and I think we should be very, very proud of that. And as I said, we've got a poppy on our screen this evening for the same reason. Frank's free kick going into the nether regions of a West Brom defender and putting him out for the count. I thought that was quite funny. Stamford Pigeon was seen in the Matthew Harding end in the 6-yard box for a lot of the game because he was largely untroubled.
In the second half, he came back and put Willian off for one of his crosses. Definitely, the Pigeon was there.
But he was a resident there, Al. I mean, he basically sat there. I was trying to take a photograph of it, but I couldn't quite manage to because it was too far away. But he was so untroubled. He sat. He was like happy
there was
as
nothing
Larry.
going on.
So well done, Stamford Pigeon. And last but by no means least, another nomination for Buncey. Goodness me, getting in on the act again. Buncey tried to start a zigzagger in gate 17. Little did he know, not the place to start zigzagger. He was on his own for that one as well. and me and Paul benches Smith, we laughed, didn't we, Buncey?
Yes.
Yeah. One song, you've only got one song. Never mind. Mate, I applaud you for trying, but it just doesn't. It's not going to work in gate 17, mate. We're all on Zimmer frames there, So there's a lot to choose from very, very quickly because we're a bit sharpish on time. What do you reckon? You got any more?
It's a no-brainer on the pensioners, surely.
Well, that and the European flag.
But we can save that one, can't we?
You can. Okay, because Paul... He's so bright. What would I do without him? Right, pensioners.
You can save that one for the... I can't remember. We've got now.
Pensioners?
No, neither.
Choose one.
Buncey, because when I go to away games, you need someone with you that's going to actually sing that you know you can rely on. If you start a song, you need to know there's someone else that will always back you up. No matter if no one else does, you need one person to, and he didn't have that. You let him down, Chidge. Buncey,
pensioners.
I'm going to say Branner just to be different. At the end of the game, at the end of West Brom.
You are very naughty boys.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm going to go pensioners because that means we get a result. Benches very, very quickly, so we've got to go to a break.
Branner. That's
Branner?
proper Chelsea. Yeah.
Really?
Definitely.
Is that unanimous amongst you?
No.
Have you devised a motion?
Well done,
Tree?
benches.
Chelsea pensioners, definitely.
Pensioners, well done, Andy. I knew I could rely on you.
Yeah, pensioners.
Thank you, Buncey. Harry?
Yeah, pensioners.
Lovely. Okay, there we go. Chidge knows how to cheat better than anybody. Pensioners get it. Lovely. Right, now, after the break, we're going to have to be talking all about the Schalke game, which was much more fun than the West Brom game. See you in a minute.